Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to American Legion Baseball here on SportingNewsCT.com. It's Connecticut American Legion Baseball. It's a Zone 1 matchup tonight between the number 1 team in Zone 1, Avon, who posts 2-0-1, which comes in with a record of 16-3-1, 15-1 in zone play. Bristol, post 2, comes in second place with a record of 10-4 in the zone, and overall a record of 12-4-1. Leading it off for Avon tonight, they'll be the visitors. It's going to be Justin Olson, the first baseman. He'll be followed by Jake Coppin, the second baseman. Dylan Nastry will pitch for Avon. He'll bat third, and batting in the cleanup spot is the catcher, Jeremy Zarwanski. Chris Jacobs, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Ryan Olestad will play right field and bat sixth. Adam Theriault will play left field, bat seventh. Sammy Smith will play third base, bat eighth. Miles Bornstein will roam out there in center field and bat ninth. On the mound for tonight for Bristol is Kenny Knox, the right-hander, with a 2-1-2 record. That's 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 saves on the season so far. He has a 1.50 ERA. Behind the plate, the dish as they call it there, as you could see on our GoPro view, is Jeremy Ganavage. He'll be catching the balls in strikes today, or the wild pitches he won't catch, I guess. Ryan Green, if any. Ryan Green will play first base, the big St. Paul product. Corey Fredette will play second base. Playing at shortstop is Noah Plantamaro. At third base is Mac Goulet. Out there in left field, Anthony Lozier. In center field is Jake Violette. And Mike Lemke's playing right field. We're just about ready to get underway. Leading it off is Justin Olson, the first baseman. It's a beautiful evening here tonight in historic Muzzy Field here in Bristol, Connecticut. The shadows only covering parts of left field and center field, as you can see. A lot of clouds above, and the sun just peeking through, shining down. From the left-hander's batter's box is Justin Olson. And the first pitch from Knox is in there for strike one. Knox working from the middle of the rubber, looks in for the sign from Ganavage and deals. Curveball, that one missed outside. As you can see, Avon in their white uniforms. Justin Olson wearing his high powder blue stretch socks. And here's the pitch, is in there for strike two, so it counts now 1-2. To the leadoff hitter here, we're just underway at Muzzy Field, Bristol, Connecticut. Is zone 1 action. Knox working now from the right side of the right side, and there's a high pop-up down the left field line. And it'll be caught by the left fielder, Anthony Lozier, in foul ground. So that's 1 out, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Jake Coppin. And Jake, as you see, bats from the right side. All wooden bats here in Connecticut American Legion play. As Knox now deals his first pitch to Coppin. It's a curveball, and it's in there for a strike. 2 umpires tonight. 1 behind the plate, 1 down the first baseline. Tournament play, they'll have 3, sometimes 4. Fastball, that one's fouled back into the netting in front of us. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now to Jake Coppin. And here's the pitch. That's a fastball up high. So it's 1-2. Historic Muzzy Field is also the home of the Bristol Blues. It's a collegiate baseball team that has a lot of obviously a lot of college players on it. It's like the sort of a futures league they have here. American flag in center field draping straight down, so not much wind on the field. Here's another one, 1-2. That one's 2-2 rather. It's fouled down the left field line. Nice curveball that time by Knox. Bristol pitching. only gives up to their opponents a batting average of .212. Not bad. There's a foul ball back into the screen. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes to the second baseman, Jake Coppin from Avon. And a beautiful scoreboard here out in right center. Hope you get the view there with our GoPro camera that we set up here in the press box behind home plate. And here's the 2-2 again. Fastball. That one's going to be grounded through the middle. Stopped by the second baseman out in there in center field, but he won't be able to stop him. And stop the ball in time. Jake Coppin gets himself a single. So the first base runner of the evening for Avon is going to bring up the pitcher, Dylan Nastry. I don't know. The umpire's talking to the pitcher for some reason. He's looking down at the pitching rubber, so I don't know whether something to do with his delivery or not. Not sure, but in any event, umpire had his say. In any event, Knox will be going from the stretch this time with the runner on first base. The big left-hander, Dylan Nastry, now steps in with his white batting gloves from the left side. And the pitch from Knox, curveball, in there for strike 1. Nastry, just a big, strong young man. Looks like if he gets a hold of it, it'll go. Knox checks the runner, and he throws over to first, getting back easily. Is Coppin. And Bristol in the third base dugout, their home part. Beautiful ballpark, as we said here. They got dugouts that really are dugout. Another curveball. This one's inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Nastry. Coaches for Bristol is Jerry LaPenta. He's been around for a bunch of years now, and he's assisted by there's a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be down the line. Chasing it, nice running catch is Lozier to make the grab. So Lozier with 2 putouts so far here this evening, as he covers a lot of ground to get that one. With 2 outs now, it's going to bring up Jeremy Zarwanski, the catcher. As I was saying, is Jerry LaPenta's been the coach here at Bristol for a number of years. He's assisted by Rick and Ricky Lemke, father and son duo here at Bristol. And there's a throwback to first, getting back easily is Coppin. I guess they expect him to run with 2 outs. We've just got underway here. We're in the top of the first inning in this Zone 1 matchup between the first place and second place teams in the zone. There's another throw over. As the Ryan Green down there, the all-Naugatuck Valley League first baseman. Big hitter this year for Bristol's St. Paul High School. Cox comes set now. He kicks, the runner goes. Curveball, and there's a throw to second. Not in time, as that one with the high kick just didn't give the catcher, Ganavage, a good enough chance, so there's a stolen base. So it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes now to Jeremy Zarwanski. So Coppin has his uniform thoroughly dirty now already, and here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt, bounces away, and that'll be a wild pitch. Blocked well by Ganavage, but the ball bounced into the infield. So now there's a runner at third base. 2-0 count now to the big cleanup hitter from Avon. Knox kicks high and deals. Fastball, this one's fouled down the left field line. And bounces away into the stands down there. Giant Bristol Blues balloon down there in the left field line. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's on a drone that flies over the field. Who knows? There's a ball down low, blocked again. By Ganavage. It's 3-1 now to Zarwanski. Knox pitching him carefully. And he looks in for the sign. Comes set, glove right around chest high. Kicks and deals. Curveball. That one's chopped foul. 3-2. So a bevy of curveballs thrown by Knox to Zarwanski. He must know a little bit about him. And here's the payoff pitch now to Zarwanski. Another curveball. This one's in the dirt. And that should have been ball 4. They're saying no. It's 3-2. Scoreboard had it as 3-1 or 3-2 before that. So now it's 3-2. And here's the payoff pitch this time. Another curveball. This one in the dirt again. And Zarwanski will trot down to first base. So Knox just wanted to keep on serving those breaking balls to Zarwanski. Up now comes right-handed hitting Chris Jacobs. So 3 left-handers right in the top of their order for this Avon team. The big, tall Chris Jacobs steps in, the shortstop. Runners at first and third. See if Avon tries to break the runner at some point. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball to the right side. In American Legion play, you can't do one of those fake kicks to third and then throw to first, as you can do under Federation rules in high school still. Knox looks at the runner at first, and now comes set. He slide steps, the runner goes, and there's another foul ball right side. So count is 0-2 now to the number 5 hitter in the order for Avon here in the top of the first inning. Avon has yet to score, but they're threatening. First and third, 2 outs. And Jacobs asks for time and steps back in. Another one of those players with high stretch socks, those powder blue stretch socks. And the runner doesn't go. And this one's hit out into center field. That'll be a base hit. It'll score a run. So RBI single for Chris Jacobs. And Avon, just like that, takes a 1-0 lead. So the wild pitch proves crucial, as that one floated out there to center field. Might have held the runner. Couldn't have held the runner with 2 outs, rather. The runner would have went anyway. Don't know if he would have scored absent that. But in any event, there's runners now at first and second, and that brings up Ryan Olestad. And the high kick and deal is in there for a strike. Low outside corner. So Coppin got a single, stole second, got the third on a wild pitch, now scored on a Chris Jacobs single. Puts Avon ahead 1-0. There's a curveball in the dirt, blocked well by Ganavage. So the count is even at 1-1. And here's the 1-1 delivery to Mr. Olestad. Curveball. That one missed outside. Outfield playing slightly to the right side, playing him the weak side, so to speak, as you'd say. Center fielder looks like he's slightly to the right side of the field. Not playing the line, certainly, in left. There's a high pop-up down a right field line. Chasing it is the right fielder, and he'll catch it in right ground, and that's Mike Lemke. So 3 fly balls. It gets it done for Knox, but not before Avon scores. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and they left 2 runners on base. We'll be right back. The bottom of the first inning, with Bristol coming to bat, trailing now by the score of 1-0.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Oh, welcome back here to Mussey Field in Bristol, Connecticut. And we're going on to the bottom of the first now, and Bristol coming to bat for the first time. Dylan Nastry on the mound for Avon, the lefty, big lefty with those high stretch socks. Leading off is Corey Fredette, Bristol's second baseman. And Nastry goes from the set position to start it off and throws a, well, they're going to call that one a bowl. Looked like he might have swung. Batting second for Bristol be Noah Plantamuro. The shortstop. Batting third is Mac Gollet, the third baseman. And there's a pop-up out of play. Well, it's chased down a foul line. Getting us to right fielder. He makes it on the warning track for the first out here in the bottom of the first. And batting fourth for Bristol, Jake Violet, the center fielder. Ryan Green, the big first baseman, bats fifth. Anthony Lozier, the left fielder, bats sixth. Steve Warkowski, the designated hitter, bats seventh. Batting eighth, Jeremy Ganavage, the catcher. Mike Lemke, the right fielder, batting ninth. And here's the first pitch to Noah Plantamuro. Good hard fastball in there for strike one by the big lefty, Dylan Nastry. And here's the second pitch. That one misses, so it's 1-1. Trying to get my book straight here on the Avon side. Justin Olson at first. Jake Coppin down there at second base. Chris Jacobs at short, as that pitch is down low. Sammy Smith out there in third. Out there in the shade. In left field is Adam Theriault, Miles Bornstein in center field, and Ryan Olstad in right field. And coming set from the stretch is Nastry. And there's a hard smack that's going to go into right field. Rolls its way for a base hit. First base runner of the game now for Bristol, as they trail it here in the bottom of the first, 1-0. Matt Goulet, the third baseman, will step up now. Bristol trying to poke back in this zone 1 standings. They trail it by 4 games. According to the Connecticut American Legion website, Avon would think it would have been 3 games. Well, 4, right, because the Avon's 15-1. Bristol's 10-4. There's a ground ball to set short. It could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back to first. High throw. They got him. So a 6-4-3 double play ends the Bristol threat here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll be right back at the top of the second inning here at SportingNewsCT.com after these important messages.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome back to Muzzy Field here. We're going on to the top of the second inning. Avon with a slim 1-0 lead on an RBI single by Chris Jacobs, which scored Jake Coppin. Now moving on to the top of the second here, that brings up Adam Theriault, the 7-hitter, left fielder for Avon. Sammy Smith will follow him, followed by Miles Bornstein. So we said in Zone 1, Avon 15-1, Bristol 10-4. Behind them is Simsbury at 9-6. They're 5.5 back, as is Winstead with the same record. Then trailing way behind is Wolcott at 4-11, Plainville at 4-12, and Torrington in the bottom at 2-13. There's the first pitch to Theriault, and it's chopped foul at home plate, so it's 0-1. The sun still pushes right through those thin upper clouds here at Muzzy Field. And the 0-1, it's a curve. That one down low from Knox. Knox on the season so far is 19 strikeouts and 6 walks. Not a bad ratio. Hard fastball. That one's in there for a strike. And the 1-1 ground ball to short. And picked up by Plantamaro and over to Green for the first out of the inning. Rather routine slow ground ball that time to Plantamaro. Now brings up Sammy Smith, the third baseman. And they have it as a different name. I had it as Sammy Smith, I guess, but that's, let me see what his number is. This is 44. No, this is somebody else then. You're right. This is Max. Let me get his name in a second. Who's this, Paul? Max who? Raha. Max Raha is up. And he bats from the left side as well. And there's another slapper foul. So it's 1-2 to Raha. And there's a slow chopper to the pitcher. It bounces crazily. It fires the first, not in time. So the ball bounced up in the air high enough to let Max Raha beat it out. The speedy center fielder took off on that one. He's aboard. So that's the third hit of the game for Avon. And their fourth base runner here this evening. That'll bring up Miles Bornstein, the center fielder. At least I had him as center fielder. He must have switched this lineup at the last second, I believe. There's looks bunt. He does. He bunts it up towards the first base line. Knox gets it. He'll only have a play to first, and the sack is there. But with a 1-out sack by the number 9 hitter, score that one 1-3, moves Raha into scoring position. A little bit unusual. You usually see guys sack bunting with no outs. So you just traded an out to get the runner into scoring position. It brings up Justin Olson, the left-handed batter. He flied out to left field his first time up. See if the strategy works or backfires. There's the pitch from Knox. Curveball. That was chopped foul. Handled by the Avon first base coach. Avon's coaches, the manager is Steve Harris. The coach is Jim Nastry and Mark Olson. So the count now moves to 0-2 to Olson. And Knox spins and throws to second. Not in time. Really slow kick that time by Knox. And a quick spin. And here's the 0-2, and it misses low. Nice 0-2 pitch. Oh, they're saying that's a strike, so that couldn't have been 0-2. It was an 0-1 before that. Now it's 0-2. Way outside that fastball, so it's 1-2. And here's the pitch, and there's another fastball up and out. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Knox looks in for the sign, now deals. Well, he doesn't deal yet. He looks again, and he throws it. Here's a foul ball, tipped into the catcher's mitt for the first strikeout of the game for Knox, and that'll do it. So the strategy backfires. He gave up another out for that one, and Olson goes down swinging. That'll do it for Avon here in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. We'll be right back. The bottom of the second inning, Avon hanging on to that slim 1-0 lead.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Welcome back to Muzzy Field. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Bristol will send up to the plate their number 4 hitter, Jake Violet, followed by Ryan Green and Anthony Lozier. Violet on the season so far is a batting average of .294, not bad with a wooden bat. He is 8 for 36 so far, has 5 RBIs, has walked 8 times, struck out 5. And he'll step in to face the big left-hander Nastry for the first time. Violet with no extra base hits so far in the season. And he takes a ball up high. And working from the stretch still is Nastry, and he throws one in there for a strike. And here's the 1-1, down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, continue to listen here and watch on SportingNewsCT.com's website. Tomorrow night we'll be right back here at Bristol's Muzzy Field for a 6:30 start, I believe, where South Windsor comes into town. And there's a high curveball, so it's 3-1 now to Violet. And the 3-1, way up high, he walked them. A leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. And that brings up big Ryan Green, the St. Paul hitter. He was a senior all-star this year. Played in that senior all-star game up there in Plainville High School, as I recall. All-NVL selection. And the big guy steps in on the right side, and there's a fastball down low. Almost looks like a curve or a slider, rather. It's 1-0 to Green. Ryan Green batting .349. He's got 3 doubles, 10 RBIs to lead the team so far. There's a throw to first. Violet didn't look like he had a very big lead. Throws him over to just let him know he's there. Struck out 7 times this year in 46 at-bats, and that one almost hit him. That inside is 2-0 now to Green. Green with no home runs on the season so far, and out comes the pitching coach of Avon to talk to his pitcher because he just walked the guy and threw 2 balls in a row to the next hitter, Mr. Green. Overall, Bristol this year batting .281. Not bad with a wooden bat, as we said before. Just all wooden bats in Connecticut. In the Northeast Regional, however, they switch back to aluminum, BB Core aluminum bats, as they do. It's the same they use in high school. And now we're back underway. And here's the 2-0 to Green. And he swings at it, pops it up in foul ground, and making the catch is the first baseman, Justin Olson. Not a good pitch to go after. That one jammed him. So scored that one a P3 in foul ground. Brings up Anthony Lozier, the left fielder. See if he can move the runners around. Lozier batting only .182 so far this year. 3 RBIs on the season. 6 hits and 33 at-bats, and he takes strike 1. And straddling off first is Violet. Now they step throw over to first. Gets away from the first baseman, but not far enough for Violet to make a shot at going down to second. Just slipped away just a little bit away from Olson. As Nastri tried one of those step back off the rubber throws. And it didn't work. So now he comes set. There's a pop-up out of play. On the right side towards Muzzy Street. It's 0-2 now to Anthony Lozier. And now he steps off. His time is called. And they tried to snap a curve there. 0-2, it didn't work. It's 1-2. That one was way up high. Beautiful Muzzy Field, where Babe Ruth once hit a home run. Here's the pitch. Curveball. It's outside again. 2-2. Used to play Double-A baseball here. Many years. I used to come here to watch the Bristol Red Sox play. Back in the day, I used to watch, I think it was Dick McAuliffe was from the Tigers fame, was a manager in this league. Here's a pitch. There's a ground ball towards second base. Fielded by Fredette, and fielded by Coppin, and over to first. For the second out, but on the play, Violet gets down to second base. Brings up Steve Warkowski, the designated hitter for Bristol. Warkowski comes in with a whopping .462 batting average, but he's got 6 hits and 13 at-bats, so he hasn't gotten up a lot compared to the other guys on the team. But in any event, he's got 6 hits. See if he can tie the game here as that first pitch is up high for ball 1. And here's the 1-0. There's the pop-up down the right field line and foul ground. Chasing gets the first baseman. It'll go out of play right into that picnic grove area they have down here in right field. Here at beautiful Muzzy Field, historic Muzzy Field. No wind to speak of tonight on the field anyway. The 1-1. There's a fly ball to the left fielder. Hard to see it when he's out there in the shade, but he makes the grab. Score down an F7. And that'll do it for Bristol in the bottom of the second inning. They come up short again. no runs. There were no hits, no errors. There was one runner left on base. We'll be right back. Top of the third coming up with Avon coming to bat.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Going back. All right, welcome back here to Muzzy Field, top of the third inning. Sorry about that. We're getting used to this new contraptions here, as I call them here. And there's a foul ball to the right side that one's by Jake Coppin. The top of the third, got to get used to using all this newfangled equipment here. It's like finally got the scoreboard working right. And here's a curve down low, so it's 0-2 in the dirt. Tried to tempt him, he didn't go. So Coppin, who scored the only run of the game so far. And Knox deals. Hard fastball. Gets away from the catcher. He swings, but the ball rolls. He'd have to throw all the way to first. On one bounce, did he get him? They're calling something here. I think he's going to say it's an illegal pitch of some sort. Maybe that's what he was warning about before. He called time. Yeah. Well, in any event, there's no pitch, so we know that the count remained at 1-2, so it was no pitch. So some reason, I think it was the first base umpire must have called a timeout. Now the head coach for Avon coming down, he's wondering what went on there. What was the scenario there? Actually, it would have been a strikeout and a throw him out. So if I were the Avon guy, I would be quite happy that happened. So you would think he wouldn't complain unless he thought Coppin would have been safe on the play. But in any event, the count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes, rather. So it was a no pitch, so I guess it doesn't count for the pitch count rules either, even though he did throw it. And here's the 1-2 delivery to Coppin. And now how did that happen? I don't know. That's a weird one. I thought it was 1 ball, 2 strikes, but it must have been 3 balls. He must have been calling balls when we thought their scoreboard thought it was a strike. So in any event, Coppin's on base one way or the other. Funny things happen in baseball. From a strikeout to a walk. Snaps to first. Coppin dives back and brings up Dylan Nastry, who flied to left his first time up. It's 1-0 now. Somewhere in that sequence of pitches, there was a ball called that was actually a ball that we thought was a strike. And here's the 1-0. The runner goes. This one bounces in the dirt. They're going to call that one a passed ball. Gets a stolen base for the runner. He was taking off on the pitch, so there's no pass ball. Dylan Nastry facing 1-0 now from Knox. The manager from Bristol's American Legion team, Paul LaFleur, doing double duty tonight. Doing it well. He has to take care of the scoreboard plus the public address system. And yeah, the umpires not giving him a fair chance here. That one's a curveball inside, 2-2 now. They're saying the count is 1-2. And the 1-2 fastball, hard ground ball to second. Slowed down by the grass. Throw to first in time. But he gets the job done as he pulls it and moves the runner over to third with less than 2 outs. Up comes Jeremy Zarwanski, who walked and was stranded at second base his first time up back in the first inning. So that'll bring the Bristol infield up on the edge. As one of those 4 left-handed batters of this team of Avon. Here's the pitch. Curveball right at the second baseman. He makes a nice stab. The runner has to hold. And Fredette made a nice play there as he dives and gets it. He then fires it to first. Ball was hit much too hard for the runner on third, Coppin, to go. So scored that one. Another 4-3. Now the infielders can go back. As Chris Jacobs is up, who got the first RBI. Back in the first inning, got a single up the middle with a runner on third. And the same runner in Jay Coppin. Knox now from the stretch still throws a curve in there for strike 1. And here's the 0-1. Another curveball. This one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Chris Jacobs, the first baseman. Shortstop, rather, for Avon. Hard fastball. This one's low. It's 2-1 now. Straddling off third base is Coppin, holding his batting gloves in his hands. And the 2-1 delivery, another curve, is in there for strike 2. One run on 3 hits, no errors so far for Avon. 0-1-0 for Bristol. And here's the 2-2. There's a pop-up in the infield. This should be an out as the shortstop Plantamaro calls it and makes the stab to end the threat of Avon here in the top of the third. They get no runs. There were no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. That's the 4th runner left on base here this evening for Avon. We'll be going now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bristol still trails this one by the score of 1-0.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life. This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community. Because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, here in the bottom of the third inning, Bristol will send up their 8 and 9 hitters. Jeremy Ganavage will lead it off, followed by Mike Lemke. And then we'll flip it over to the top where Corey Fredette will try again to get on base. You said Avon has left 4 runners on base here this evening. They lead it by the slim score of 1-0 and 3 hits. An RBI single by by Chris Jacobs in the first inning put Avon ahead. So Jeremy Ganavage steps in now. Ganavage on the season so far batting .222, 4 for 18. No extra base hits so far. And is yet to walk. Only striking out 3 times, but there's strike 1 from the big left-hander Nastri, who worked every pitch so far from the stretch. As one of the Bristol coaches heads down into the first base coach box, there's the ball outside. Coaches in American Legion play in Connecticut have to wear helmets, not with flaps, but they have to wear helmets to coach the bases. It's a precaution. And here's the 1-1. There's a pop-up in the infield, playable by the second baseman. Coppin, who calls it, makes the catch. Brings up Mike Lemke, the right fielder. Lemke so far batting only .158 so far, but he has 6 walks, hit by a pitch once, so he's been on base quite a few times, even though his batting average isn't there yet. And here's the first pitch to Mike, and it's a low for a ball. Mike, the brother of Ricky Lemke, played last year, I believe. His father, Richard Lemke, Rick Lemke, as they call him, is also an assistant coach. There's the pitch, and it just nipped the outside corner. 1-1. Outfield basically playing Lemke straight away, not too deep. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. So far in the day, Nastri has given up only 1 hit and walked 1. There's a line drive through the middle. That was a curveball that was high. And, well, he only bats 158, but not today. Lemke rips that single through the middle. And it's going to bring up Corey Fredette. Second baseman number 2, Corey Fredette. Fredette batting .259, 14 for 54. He's got the most at-bats so far. Most games played at 15. There's the strike. Good hard fastball by Nastri. Fredette has 9 RBIs on the season, but he also has 5 doubles, a triple, and a homer. The runner goes. He picked them off. There's a throw down to second. Did they get him? Yes, they got him. Runner went, but the pitcher did not deliver to home yet, so he just picked them off. Well, that's a tough one to swallow there. They get a runner on and a hit, and now he has to trot back to the dugout. 2 outs now. And with Fredette up on the 0-1 count. And there's a fastball up high. So now the left and center fielder are standing in the shade. Right fielder still got the sun. And here's the 0-1 to Fredette. And it's outside for a ball. What they're saying now is the count is different than what it says on the scoreboard. And it's 2-1. Here's the pitch, and there's a strike. Some of the people in Bristol didn't like it. They thought that one was a little high. Count, I believe, is 2-2. And there's a fly ball to right field. And the right fielder, Olstad, is under it. And that does away with the threat. Well, Bristol got a base hit, but they couldn't get anything else for it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're moving now to the top of the 4th inning. The score remains Avon 1 and Bristol 0.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat,